Earth hat. Those new stickers, they pretty. That new hat, new 100% cotton hat. Throw a couple stickers on it, and you're ready to go. Bam! Look at that pretty new hat. Look at this new this jacket I have right here. This wingnut jacket, wingnut conspirator flat Earth jacket here. Yep. Just got done put some safety pins on it right here. Yeah, let everybody know I'm a wingnut conspirator. That's right, buddy. That's right, man. A vegan flat earther. A wingnut conspirator, buddy. Way out there. Yep, we're the ones that reveal you the real truths, man. We go against the grain of all we don't conform to shit. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what a wingnut does. A wingnut conspirator doesn't conform to shit and knows all the truths and reveals all truths to everybody. That's what the fuck I became at 53 years old. I love it. I heard about it 12 years ago, and I was already interested in that, and I knew I was going to be one. And bam, here I am. Look at this gear. Look at this gear. Everybody says, you look like a flat earther. You look like a truther. Hell yeah, I do. This is what we look like, man. When you know the truth, you go vegan and you start buying all natural products, 100% cotton, organic, everything. Your whole life becomes beautiful. Anyways, I just want to let you know that. And I want to let everybody know that there's a lot of other things out there that you don't know. And you need to know this. There's one thing that's been bothering me lately about people that think that God is a man. God is not a man, okay? God is a tree at the North Pole, okay? God is a tree. What you call God is a tree. There is no God though, but what you call God is actually a fucking tree, okay? And it's at the North Pole, okay? And and I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna prove it to you. Right here. We started off in the Garden of Eden, okay, in the Bible. I'm going to prove that the Bible's a bunch of bullshit. The Bible is a record of the past. That's what the Bible is. The Bible is just a record of the past, of what happened in the past. That's what the Bible is. They had to keep a record of something. They had to keep a record of it somewhere, so they made a fucking Bible. Okay, that's the record of your past and your real history. But it's in code. It's symbolism. They're not going to tell you what they did. They chopped down the trees, okay? We used to live in a big garden, the Garden of Eden. Okay, we all lived in Eden, okay? The Garden of Eden. You know what that is, right? You Bible thumpers out there. We all can know what the Garden of Eden is. It's in the fucking Bible, right? But I'm going to prove that your Bible's fucking a bunch of bullshit. That God isn't a man. God is a tree at the North Pole. God is in Eden. God is the tree. The tree of life is God. That's God, okay? That's what they're talking about. Okay, the Christmas tree, everything points to Mount Meru, the tree stump at the North Pole. Okay, and I'm going to keep showing you and proving it to you over and over again. Okay, what pagans, what do they worship? They worship the sun. Okay, pagans don't worship a god. They don't worship the Jesus that you do. They worship the sun, right? Because they know that the sun is the son of God, and God is Mount Meru. We've told you this. The Godhead is called Mount Meru at the North Pole. The tree of life is called the Godhead. That's what they call it. Look it up. It's called the Godhead for a reason, because it is God. And it lies at the North Pole. It's the biggest tree. The tree of life is called the Godhead, the Axis Mundi, the Umphalos, the navel of the earth, of Mother Earth, the navel of Mother Earth. It's called the Godhead. And here's the map. Here's your true flat Earth map. This is what your true flat Earth map looks like. Right here. This is it right here. Boom. That's your true flat Earth map. Right there. Mount Meru. Mount Meru right there. And that's freaking right here. That's California right here. This is California. And you just go right into this gully right to there. And that's a tree stump in the center. So take a look at that. See that tree stump? That's a tree stump in the center there. Okay? Like a tree stump. See that? There's a tree stump in the center there. And it's speaking in Latin and telling you all kinds of things. Look at this nice map they made with a tree stump in the center there. That's Mount Meru. That's the tree stump in the center with the 4 rivers coming out of it. The X marks the spot. Like a Christmas tree has an X at the bottom of the Christmas tree. Everyone does. That's your X right there. Boom. Boom, your X. right there. X, X, X. See it? See that X in the center there? Right there. That's the X marks the spot. That's the four great rivers going into Mount Meru. Right there. They're showing you again. And okay, here we go. Mount Meru, and they also call it what? What does that say? Read that close. Eden. Here, see it? Can you see it, all you Bible thumpers out there? Can you see that? So it says Eden and Meru. Can you read? Do you have eyes? Read that thing. Does it say Eden or not? It just does. It says Eden and Meru. Okay? Eden. They call it Eden. They didn't make, look at this fancy map. This wasn't made for no reason at all. This is a real map. This is your real flat earth map here. Okay? There it is, Eden. Why would they call it Eden? And there's the tree stump in the center again. You know, why are they calling it Eden? Meru is called Eden. And what do you have in your Bible? Eden, the Garden of Eden. Okay? We're done. We're done with you Bible thumpers right there. Eden. Okay? Now that I'm showing you that Mount Meru is Eden. Okay? That's your Eden. It said it right there. Okay? So we know now what your true flat earth and Eden is right there. Okay? Now that's in the Bible. Okay? So it's the Garden of Eden. That's where we started. We started in the Garden of Eden. Okay? Eden also means end. The word end means Eden. So when you get to this place, that's the end. When you get to Eden, you've reached the end. So we all need to get to back to the Mount Meru, and then you reach the end. Okay? And all compasses point to it. Everything in this world points to it. All compasses point to it. Christmas points to it. Everything that you do, the green lights when you pass through the go point to it. That's the green lights of the Aurora Borealis, the green northern lights. It's saying go to the green Aurora Borealis. Okay? That's everything you do. Christmas tree, everything you do is symbols for this. The Bible is a symbol for this too. That's why the Bible is not some man named Jesus and God. Okay, nuh-uh. It's pagans. They worship the sun. Okay, so Mount Meru is God. That's the Godhead, Eden. And the sun comes from Mount Meru, comes out of Mount Meru. The sun does, not the sun, Jesus, the sun above you comes out of Mount Meru and goes around each day back into Mount Meru. So that's the Son of God. Get it? The Son, not the S-O-N, the S-U-N. The Son of God. That's what they're trying to tell you. It's the Son of God. Okay? It's in code. Everything's in code. The Bible's in code. They're not going to tell you that they chopped all these trees down. They tell you in the book of Enoch that they did, but they took the book of Enoch out of the Bible. Okay? Because they talk about chopping down all the trees. They chopped down all these big trees. We used to live in these big trees. These trees used to be our home. It was this place, it was the Garden of Eden. The whole place, the whole earth was. Okay, but the center of Mount Meru and at the North Pole, that's the biggest tree. That's the tree of life. They call that the Garden of Eden. See, there is no God. There's no man. God isn't a man. God is a tree. Quit insulting the trees. You're insulting my trees by saying that God is a man. God is not. I just proved to you. Again, I'm going to show you dumbasses again. Here's for you religious people. What does it say again? Read it again for you brainwash fuckers. Eden. Meru and Eden. Okay? There's your reference to the Bible. So what I'm saying is true. Okay? And it all points to the tree stumps that they chopped down. All mountains are tree stumps. You know, take a look at that right there. The Rock of Gibraltar. That's a tree stump. Okay, all mountains, look at that big old huge tree that used to be. That's a tree stump. These things are real. These are fucking real. There you go. There's another tree stump. Look at that big old crater that they call a crater. That's a fucking tree stump. They just hollowed it out at the bottom there. Okay, you got yourself, there's another tree stump. They're all over the world. Okay, but these used to be big trees, and they're not here anymore. So this place used to be the Garden of Eden. The whole world was. Okay, but Meru was the center. They call that the Garden of Eden. This was the true garden right here. Meru's where all the biggest tree was at and the most luscious land. Okay, so that's why they're hiding that from you. Okay, you're not allowed to go there. You can't go there because of the Antarctic Treaty. They're not going to let you go to these spots. Okay, you stupid idiots. I'm telling you, all you religious stupid idiots who think God is a man, you're wasting your fucking time, man. Okay, so anyway, the sun walks on, Jesus is the Son of God and walks on water, right? Okay, on a flat earth, when you see the sun coming at you on a flat earth, here's the sun, the horizon's flat, and the sun's going, they say it's going away, it's not going down, the sun doesn't go down, it goes away from you, and as it goes away from you, it travels on the water. The reflection travels on the water towards you and right to your feet as it does that. If you notice on a flat earth, check the sun out on the water. When you go to the ocean, the sun's going to travel towards you. The Son of God, get it? The Son of God, which is Mount Meru, travels, walks on water towards you. That's what it does. It does, when you look at the sun on a flat Earth, when you're looking at the flat Earth, it travels the sun as it's going away from you. The reflection travels at you, and it looks like the sun is walking on water. Okay, that's what they mean by that. Okay, the sun does walk on water. The Son of God does walk on water. Yeah, the son of Mount Meru, the real sun, walks on water. When you look at it, when you're standing there looking at it, it looks like it's walking at you on water. That's why they're telling you that. Okay, it's that important to know this shit. Okay, because it happens every day. The sun comes around and does the same thing every fucking day. It's the same thing. Nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. Remember that. The same things. This is doing this every day. And that's why the clock and all that shit's representing this. Your clock and your watch, everything, all is a flat earth map. Your watches, the clocks, everything is a flat earth map. Okay? I'm telling you, it's everywhere. It's all around you. They put it everywhere. They have to put it around you. They have to tell the truth because they're not going to tell you. That's why everything they tell you. So pagans, they worship the sun. They're not going to waste their time worshiping a god, but man, like you do. They worship the sun because the pagans know what's going on. It's the sun. That's why they're sun worshipers. I worship the sun too. I don't worship it, but the sun is the real sun that they're talking about. That's the, if you're going to worship anything, that's you don't worship it, but you're going to get your energy from that. Okay, and that's what pagans, worship that, and so there's your God. Okay, God is not a man. God is a tree at the North Pole called Mount Meru, and there's Asia, California, and Russia, and everything right around it there. And that's the truth. There is no God. God is not a man. Give up your religion. Your religion's you're holding us all back with this belief in Jesus and God. Jesus is faith based. The flat Earth is fact. The water lays level. You can't bend water and spin it on a ball. Flat Earth is proven a million times over and over. And the Bible is just a record of the past. They have to put it in some place for you. They have to put a record of what happened when they took the trees down. We no longer have those trees. So that's what they're talking about. And that's what God is, okay? And the pagans know this, and we don't worship anything but a man like that. We know that that the earth is flat. The earth is flat. It says it in the Bible for a reason because they know it's true, but they're not going to tell you all this. They put it in code in the Bible. It's all in code. They can't tell you all the truth and say, hey, we chopped down all these trees, we're going to enslave you here and make you all slaves and fool you and lie about every single damn thing, because that's what they're doing. So, the news is a lie. Everything you hear is a lie. It's all a lie. That's what's so important about flat earth. You're not on a freaking spinning ball. Okay. So everything else is a lie too. So God is a lie. The Bible's a lie. Okay. It's written by Freemasons, and your God is a joke. So all these Bible thumpers out there, I'm sick and tired of hearing about God, 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 and how you're brainwashed about it, and you just keep rubbing it in people's faces. And like I said, you think you're God in the end, and you have an ego, and the true God. Remember this again. Eden. Meru. What does it say in the Bible? The Garden of Eden. There it is. There's your true flat earth map. This isn't in the Bible. This doesn't show you in the Bible. This is flat earth right here. This is what we're proving to you. Okay? You better listen to us, man. We're the truthers. We know the truth. This is the real truth. And every grain of information I'm giving you right now is gold. This is the real valuable information. You listen to me. Okay? Because you're wrong and I'm right. I'm right. We're right. And don't you ever insult the trees like that. And I'm telling you what real God is. There is no God. God is a tree at the North Pole. Flat power. Truth power.